Hey guys, Stuff Covered here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Sketchbook Express by Autodesk. And I'm running this on an iPad Air 2. Now, before we get started, let me just say that this app isn't meant to be any professional, full-scale image editor. I mean, it's in the name, Sketchbook Express. It's meant to be a little handy tool to just get a quick doodle or thought or idea, get it down and get it saved. So let's jump right into it. Up here you have your toolbar with your gallery where you get to select sketches, or you can even connect to DeviantArt. Let's go to the gallery. Right here we can hit plus to start a new sketch, and you could also do that right there next to the gallery button. We have our information, the help, and the store. This app does have a couple of in-app purchases that you can see right there. And then right here we have our different selection of tools. We could have our pencils, airbrush, pens, markers, erasers, and everything. And we also have 4 different types of pencils here. Let me increase this so you can see the different style. We have this one for 1, 2 right here, 3, and then we have 4, which is more of a smoother-ish kind of pencil. But let's go ahead and stick with this one. And then right here you can see we could just go ahead and do a quick little doodle, a nice little smiley face. Let's go ahead, don't save it. Right next to the tool selection we have the drawing style. Right here we're in freeform where we could do any sort of thing like that in any shape we want. But let's go ahead and now we could jump into line, which is just going to draw straight lines for us like this, see? So if you need to do something a little bit more precise with lines or angles, that sort of stuff, you can do that right here. Then there's also squares. You can go ahead, it gives you the nice little outline so you know exactly where it's going to be. And we also have, of course, circles, just like that. And that's all done right here through this tool. Then right next to it we have the mirroring tool, which sends us to freeform. We could go ahead, see? It goes right along the middle. It has the mirroring aspect to it right there. So whatever you do on one side is mirrored on the other. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and new. And then right here next to it you could either write text or you could transform. And then right here all the way at the end you have different layers, which is really kind of cool. So we can go ahead and let's make 3 different layers. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a little tree. So let's go ahead, pick a little brown color. That looks kind of brown. Let's go ahead and do the trunk. Now we're going to jump into the second layer and we're going to go ahead and do the leaves. Right, like so. And then in the third layer, we're going to go ahead and do the apples, because this is an apple tree. So we're going to go ahead, we can even zoom in a little. But unlike Sketchbook Ink, it gets a little blurry when you zoom in. But let's go right ahead. Right here we do an apple. And just like that, we have ourselves a little tree. And you could hide the layers, see, so we could take out the apples, the leaves, or the bark. And then you could even rearrange them. So if you want one on top of the other, you could go ahead and do that just by dragging them and moving them around. And you could even change the opacity of the layers. So if you want one to be shown a little bit more, a little bit less, you could adjust that right down through here. And you could even import from your photo library or from your camera if you want to have sort of a background layer, if you want to paint on top of a photo or something like that. Now right here at the bottom, this little circle, it allows you quick access to your brush properties. So by swiping up and down, you can change the opacity. And from left to right, you can change the size of the brush. And it gives you a little preview of exactly how big it's going to be. And then you also have your color selector right here at the right. Then you have your fit to canvas. You have redo and undo buttons at the bottom there. And then a little eraser tab at the left. Alright guys, so that's pretty much all there is to this app. If I had to give it a grade, I'd give it a solid B, simply because there are a couple of in-app purchases and because I'd love to see a couple of more layers implemented into this app. Now, I understand why they only give you 3 layers, because it's not really meant to be an application that you're supposed to spend hours and hours and hours working in with a bunch of different layers and tools and that sort of stuff. It's supposed to be this sort of, quick idea jotting app. And that's about it, guys. I'm Stuff Covered, and I'll catch you on the next one.